This podcast is part of the It Was a Thing on TV podcast network.
This is Mean Gene Okerlund on special assignment with an update. Can't believe this place. I was supposed to meet the Doctor of Style, Slick, here tonight. He was going to take me to deepest, darkest Africa. This ain't it. He's got some big surprise, some new talent that'll be operating under his guidance. Second thought, this is deep, this is dark. Oh, Slick! Oh, I'm glad I found you, pal. I can't believe I'm starting to get scared here. I didn't know who I was going to run into.
Yo, brother!
What is it, cousin?
Now, home, listen, this may not be deep, dark Africa, but now you know the Slickster never disappoints. Now, I may not have carried you to Africa, but I'm gonna bring Africa to you.
How so, Slick? How can you bring Africa to us?
Listen, brother, tonight, a startling transformation is about to take place.
A startling transformation?
Brother, it's gonna be one that's gonna rock the world of professional wrestling. It's gonna shake it right off its very foundation.
You're on the World Wrestling Federation?
That's right, and guess what?
What? Ooh. Your basic, is that a radio? Tape recorder, that's it.
Brother, it's time for it to start right now. Let the ceremony begin.
Oh, what is this? I can't believe it. I was here all alone, and now, all of a sudden, I cannot believe this. Absolutely incredible. Call a lawyer. Get an out-of-court settlement on this. Maybe I'll re-up my subscription to National Geographic. Could be a PBS special. Slick, I demand some kind of an answer. What is happening here tonight?
Well, me, Gene, it's just as simple as this, brother. I'm telling you that tonight there's gonna be a transformation that's gonna take place.
Wait a minute, you've been beating around the bush, Slick. What kind of a transformation? What are you talking about, man?
Man, I'm telling you, home, that it's gonna shock the world of professional wrestling, and it's gonna happen tonight.
Well, let's not keep everybody in suspense. Make it happen, Slick.
Behold! Oh. And behold, Akeem!
Akeem? Akeem, wait a minute, Slick. Wait a minute. 430, 450 pounds. I recognize this man as the one-man gang.
No. This is Akeem. Don't you ever refer to him as a one-man gang again.
Hey, wait a minute, one-man gang? You think I just got off the...
Didn't you hear him, you thick-headed fool? From now on, I will be known as Akeem. I'm reborn tonight, the greatest night in history.
What? I didn't just get off the turnip truck. I know better.
Listen, man, Chrome Dome, didn't you hear what the big man just said? This is the greatest night in wrestling history. I told you it was going to shock the world of professional wrestling. And just look at him.
What plans do you have for this man, Akeem?
Akeem, brother, has been reborn. He's seen the light, and now he has a new intensity. He's going to soar up to the top of the ladder.
Are you telling me, Slick, that the one-man gang...
Why did you say me, Gene?
Beg your pardon? Akeem has been revitalized?
He's been revitalized, brother. Never before has he ever talked. But he's a new man now.
Man,
that,
I'm a
Akeem.
new man, Mean Gene Okerlund.
See that?
You understand what's going down tonight? You don't really understand the impact this is going to have on professional wrestling, do you, brother?
I really don't. I don't know if I want to get into the...
It's time to go, bro.
What? Akeem and Slick are checking out. Oh, look at that. I'll tell you what. Kind of incredible here. It's been... What an exciting visit. Kind of a cool evening. And I want to especially thank these gracious people for allowing me in the neighborhood, so to speak. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. What about the transformation of the one-man gang? Oh, Akeem, I beg your pardon. Hey, wait a minute. Guess who's not staying for dinner tonight? But thank you very much. Hey, somebody call me a cab. Get me a cab. What? Hey, call a cab.
Folks, it's the Thanksgiving tradition, and we have the tradition right here on the Squared Circle Time Machine. Greg here with Dane. I apologize if my voice sounds a little hoarse right now. I've been dealing the last month with like a cold. I've had a sinus infection, and now I'm guessing I have laryngitis. I don't know, but I'll try to get through this episode somehow. Dane, how are you doing today?
Doing fantastic. Ready to talk about some Survivor Series and the Turkey Day tradition, the Ravishing Way Turkey Day.
Since last week, we had some stuff going down in TNA.
Yeah, some really first time they've been live since Bound for Glory, and new champion Mike Santana, he dropped the belt to one of the Call Your Shot people, Frankie Kazarian, thanks to some disgruntled NXT people who beat Mike Santana down after a promo. What was the point of having Mike Santana win and get his moment and then only to drop it about a month later when they go back live?
I have no idea.
But I guess this probably continues on some kind of NXT versus TNA feud, because now we've got Regal's kid and Brian Pillman's kid and some other random randos now taking up the cause. So it's too late now, I guess, to get some kind of TNA versus NXT War Games match for War Games Survivor Series, but who knows?
And also, speaking of TNA, the other co-winner of the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, Nick Nemeth, showed up on Raw the other night.
Yep. But as Dolph Ziggler, as part of the Last Time Is Now tournament, and as well as capitalizing as well too on Matt Cardona also showing up SmackDown the Friday before as Zack Ryder.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, since Matt Cardona signed a temp merch deal right now with WWE, do you think we'll get a new Zack Ryder Mattel figure of him down the line?
More than likely.
You know that's one of the things he negotiated.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And also, we got a very big moment at MSG as Dom Mysterio picked a fight with an injured Cam Scatabo of the New York Giants.
Apparently, the media there in your fair city weren't too happy about him doing that.
Oh, no. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, no, that's not a good idea. I'm going to guess maybe it's to set up something down the line or something. I know Scatabo was a hot player before he got injured, but me and Mike have been speculating. It's like, we don't think he's going to last this long in the league. So I'm thinking maybe once he's done with the league, maybe he'll give WWE a shot. I don't know.
Yeah, well, for all we know, he could be this generation's Mongo.
Oh, I could only hope he could be this generation's Mongo. But I was glad to see that Cena's last Raw was a good one for him.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it was nice seeing that. I think they did, I kind of saw a breakdown of, Cena's first opponent on SmackDown was, of course, Kurt Angle. And his last opponent on SmackDown was Sami Zayn. And now it's, and I think there too, they said, his first opponent on Raw, when he became a Raw star, was a tag match or something. And then we had the 6-man tag with teaming up with Sheamus and Rey Mysterio against Judgment Day. We got the return of who I'm dreading is going to be winning the tournament, to return of Gunther's classic Dvorak Ninth Symphony theme.
Oh, God, yeah.
Pretty much, as soon as he was announced, my reaction was similar to like on American Dad when every time like the family realizes it's gonna be Roger as the special guest person that comes up to mess up their life.
The teacher here is supposed to be the most intense and demanding instructor in all of clowning, and shit, it's Roger, isn't it? It's going to be Roger.
All right, it's going to be Gunther, isn't it?
Yeah. But on a happier note, at least we got our very first non-Irish-born women's intercontinental champion.
Oh, that's right. Maxine Dupree's the new women's intercontinental champion.
Yes. Thanks to distraction from AJ Lee, who looking fantastic with a new your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler t-shirt. At least we went with that route instead of what I was dreading was a fast count from Jessica Carr, who seems to be beefing lately, the referee.
Oh, yeah. Well, now can I just go on a rant here, Dane?
Sure.
All right. Why are they having Becky do a Karen gimmick when Chelsea Green also has a Karen gimmick?
Well, I think now Chelsea has morphed into 2 non-consecutive terms as U.S. Women's Champion. And she's got the whole Canadian thing now going with Ethan Page. Whereas Becky is now crashing out similar to
Mr. Black,
the 44th occupant of the White House, crashing out like him.
Okay, Dane, I appreciate that you did that 44th occupant because, as we all know, I do not recognize the non-consecutive terms as being 2 different people. That's bullshit. I don't count that. As far as I'm concerned, Joe Biden was the 45th occupant of the White House, and we've only had 45 occupants of the White House. So I don't know where the hell they're going with this Becky Lynch shit.
I don't know either, but it seems to be right now we'll probably end up with where we have Becky and AJ being part of the women's War Games match now with Team Riho and Team Blissful Queens against the Kabuki Warriors and Lash Legend and Nia Jax.
Do we have any other matches for Survivor Series announced?
Yeah, well, we got a rematch of John Cena versus Dominic for the Intercontinental title. And we have Stephanie Vaquer against Nikki Bella for the Women's World title. And the Men's Royal Games match. But as we'll find out in this show, we only have 4 matches here too, so it's not a new concept that WWE's only going with 4 matches on a pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, come on. People nowadays bitch about how there's only 4 matches on a card. And I'm like, there's 4 matches in like 1988. No one cared.
Yeah. Mind you, it also didn't help that one of the 2 middle matches ended up really dragging along, but that we'll talk about maybe that in the review.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to the review. Okay, now let's wrap the current wrestling talk with, what the fuck's going on in AEW this week?
Well, Mercedes Moné now has 14 titles, so yippee dippy.
Oh, yeah, she won the title at House of Glory this weekend in Long Island at Big Event.
Yes, and now for some reason she's taken the Ring of Honor women's TV title hostage because Tony doesn't know how to say no.
Wait, isn't she also the interim champion? She now has the legit title?
Yep, she has a legit title, and now she's undisputed, I guess.
Oh, jeez.
And it's getting to the point of just being, what is the end game? But apparently when you ask people to name all the non-Tony Khan-related promotions that she has the titles for, you get talked down to by the sickles.
You know, it's funny, the title she won this weekend at House of Glory, that's not even the House of Glory women's title, because she won like some belt from Malaysia, I think, this weekend.
Yeah,
past weekend.
Yeah, the first Muslim champion that wrestled in a hijab or a modified burqa or whatever. So, yeah, well, way to make her a footnote now in history.
Yo, I didn't know. The House of Glory women's champion right now is Indy Hartwell, which I guess we got to give Indy some congratulations because she got engaged to her partner this weekend.
Yes, congratulations, Indy.
I miss her in WWE, but I'm happy for her in TNA right now. So.
Yeah, she's doing well in TNA, and I guess if she's going and actually getting some actual indie credibility and indie titles without needing the need to get a whole bunch just put on her just because. Good for her.
Hey, better that than being Nixon Newell, am I right?
Yeah, that's. Oh.
Can we just describe for our listeners who don't know what we're talking about this situation that happened with her?
Well, the way I basically heard, Nixon Newell, who was formerly known as Tegan Knox in the WWE and NXT, and I forget what her partner there. It's kind of irrelevant who her partner is. I don't even know who it is. They apparently refused to do the JOB on a collision taping, or at least in a 3-minute segment, and now they've been pretty much blackballed by the industry because can't refuse to do the job. You don't have a job, I guess.
Look, okay, you've only been in this company for like a week, 2 weeks. You're not even signed to the company, and you've been complaining about not being booked, and you refuse to do a job, and this happens.
Who does she think she is? Mercedes Monet?
Oh, oh my God.
Maybe we'll have that like the Simpsons moment, like when Homer quits to work at the bowling alley, and then but had to go back after Marge was pregnant with Maggie, and then he's like applying it back at the power plants and at the reception there, and he says, "Well, I quit here before," and then she's like through there, and it's like the supplicant door, and he like crawls through like a dog door and crawls into Mr. Burns' office all covered in soot. And Mr. Burns is like, so come calling back, huh?
Oh yeah, that would be such a toady thing to do.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's finally get going. 1988 Survivor Series from the Richfield Coliseum in Richfield, Ohio, in suburban Cleveland. Now, Dane, I don't know if you know this. Now, if Mike were here, he'd tell you what the Richfield Coliseum is now. Do you know what the Richfield Coliseum is now?
Probably some either knowing how things go in your country, either a new mega church or probably like a giant bass fishing store.
No, it's an empty field. It's an empty like nature preserve now.
Oh wow, that's surprising.
Yeah, because the Richfield Coliseum was literally built in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, that's what Mike said. It's now just an empty grass field. Yeah, you'd never know that there was an arena there. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah, that is. I mean, glad they also made it like a nature preserve because it almost makes it sound like something seedy happened there. That they decided to remove all traces of evidence of it and salted the air to make sure that no bad juju comes out.
All right, so we got our show started, and our announcers tonight are Gorilla and Jesse. So let's get to the opening and hear from Gorilla and Jesse.
Oh, yes. Jesse the Pilgrim Venturer, because he's wearing a nice pilgrim hat for this occasion.
Yes.
Back here in the Richfield Coliseum for this World Wrestling Federation event, Survivor Series. It's going to be a classic. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Gorilla Monsoon, along with Jesse the Pilgrim Ventura. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and get set because, Jess, there's excitement ahead.
I'm giving thanks, Gorilla, because there's nowhere I'd rather be than scenic Cleveland on Thanksgiving night, and I'm ready to survive.
You can feel and hear and feel the excitement, the energy inside this building. The electricity is unbelievable. We've got action galore, and it's all coming at you. So let's go to our ring announcer, Howard Finkel.
I do like how they set up this shot. They just slowly pan up from Jesse and Gorilla. They pan up to the ring. But what a great face team we have for our opening match here.
We got the face team coming out first, and this is quite the diverse crowd here. We got Warrior, we got future Butcher, but current Barber, and wait, why is jumping Jimmy Brunzell in there with just wearing the Survivor Series shirt and very colorful tights?
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll explain why later on in the show. But okay, we got Warrior, we have Jim Brunzell, we got Brutus, and we also have Sam Houston on the face team. And who do we got completing the team, Dane?
Woo! Not a Ric Flair woo, but a Blue Blazer woo. That's right. We got Owen Hart under the Blue Blazer, and the more happier version of the Blue Blazer.
Yeah. So Warrior, he's our Intercontinental Champion, and one of the co-caps of the team. I believe Brutus is the other co-captain of this team.
I would hope so, because I think Owen just debuted here recently at this time period, and Sam Houston and Jumpin' Jim and Branzel seem to be pretty much the putty people for this team, as they're going to be I think they're going to be taking the easy pinfalls here.
Oh, they're going to be doing the JOBs. So,
yeah.
All right. So our heel team for our first match, we got, the co-captain, the Honky Tonky Man, wanting revenge on Warrior. And then I believe, let's see who we got on the, we got Danny Davis, we have Greg the Hammer Valentine, we have Outlaw Ron Bass, and we have Bad News Brown.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to guess, not sure who the other co-captain is. I'm going to guess it's Ron Bass because he was feuding with Brutus. Because remember the spike that forced Brutus out of SummerSlam?
Yeah, the Spur Attack.
With the Red X.
Yep. Sure ain't going to be Bad News Brown, because we'll see it later on in this match what happens there. I'm kind of disappointed too in the match that we never got, that the Stampede wrestling fans never got to see a Owen Bad News Brown's show off in this match.
Yeah, you'd think they would have had a spot between Owen and Bad News in this match.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we didn't get it. But wait, I should mention that at this time, Bad News, he was having some issues with Jack Tunney.
Oh, yes.
Now, Dane, can you explain what those issues were?
Well, he had decided that Jack Tunney wasn't giving him a proper title shot at current WWF champion, the Macho Man. And I think on a segment on Superstars during the Brother Love show, Bad News actually called out Jack Tunney about this and implied that he was receiving favors from Miss Elizabeth to make sure that he's not getting these title shots.
Wait, favors? What do you mean favors, Dave?
Well, I don't know, maybe taking the family dog out for a walk, or helping Jack launder money away from the company, or allegedly. But I think we're thinking about the other kind of favors, you know.
Wait,
yeah.
So you're saying that she was like the Nancy Reagan of the WWF?
I'm guessing so.
And somewhere Mike's listening to this groaning. Okay, so I have the Scott review for this show. So forgive me my hoarse voice. I'm going to try to get through this Scott review as best as I can. So here we go. Ultimate Warrior, Brutus, Blue Blazer, Sam Houston, and Jim Brunzell against Honky Tonk Man, Danny Davis, Greg Valentine, Ron Bass, and Bad News. So here's Scott. Here's a major reason why this show is 2 hours, 33 minutes, and today they're 4 hours and change. We get the music of the team captain. And otherwise, everyone just comes out at the same time, and we're underway 2 minutes into the runtime of the show. Hammer slugs it out with Beefcake to start, and Gorilla immediately mentions that Valentine shouldn't start in his match because it takes 20 minutes for him to warm up. Where's my drink?
Always love Gorilla giving Valentine the business about that.
Well, yeah, he starts slow, and then when it gets to 15 minutes, that's when he starts getting heated up. Davis comes in and attacks Beefcake, but the sleeper puts his lights out at minute 20. Back to Valentine, who hits Beefcake with elbows and works on the leg, but Brutus escapes the figure four, and it's over to the mysterious Blue Blazer. Oh, yeah, although technically, yeah, this is the Dream Team explodes in this match.
Oh, I forgot about that. We had about Valentine and Beefcake being a tag team for a bit.
Yep. I mean, it's like 18 months after they broke up, but still.
Yeah.
Blazer takes Hammer down with a flying head scissors, and Jumpin' Jim comes in and dodges an elbow to get 2 on Valentine. He doesn't even have his Killer Bee gear on. What a geek, says Scott. What are you doing, Scott? You're taking cues from Brian? Come on. Bad News comes in and beats on Brunzell in the corner, then drops a fist on him and pounds away. Brunzell misses a blind charge, and the Ghetto Blaster sends Jim jumping back to the dressing room at 5:20. Sam Houston is up next. I'm not liking his chances. Brown beats the hell out of him and drops a leg for 2. Clothesline out of the corner. Valentine clubs him down, but then he accidentally hits Bad News, and that ends the foray into tag team wrestling for Bad News Brown, as he is in no mood to take this crap and walks out of the match at 7:45. Well, good on you, Bad News.
Yes, I mean, well, maybe for all we know, maybe Valentine's dad too was a member of the KKK, and he was taking a stand against that.
Oh, that could be true. Johnny Valentine could have been a member of the KKK, and that's why Bad News didn't want to wrestle in the match anymore.
Yep.
He was like, I could have gone easy to you. Just ask Archie the Stuffer Goldie.
Yeah. Go ask his kid how his collarbone's doing.
Houston rolls up Valentine into chaos and gets 2, but tries a sunset flip and gets slugged down. Ron Bass comes in for the first time, and Houston rolls him up for 2 and slugs away, but charges and hits Cowboy Boot, and Bass clotheslines in for 2. Facebuster gets 2. Houston keeps coming with a crossbody out of the corner for 2, but Bass puts him down with another clothesline for 2. Houston fights back and still won't make a leg, but Bass power slams him out of the corner for the pin at 10-12. So finally, Warrior gets to come in, and he wrecks the heels, hitting Honky with a shoulder block, and then launching Blazer onto Bass with a flying splash for 2. Blazer with a crossbody on Honky for 2, but Honk cuts him off with a knee to the gut. Honky wisely tags out to Valentine, so Blazer hits Hammer with a gut wrench for 2, and a power slam to set up another flying splash. But Honky pushes Blazer over, and the figure 4 ends his night at 12-18. Hammer beats on Beefcake with elbows, and Bass puts him down with a knee to the gut and drops a headbutt for 2. Honky goes to work while Warrior paces the apron like a madman, looking like he drank 14 Red Bulls before the match.
Yes, Red Bulls in inverted quotations.
Is that probably the code they gave back then for powder?
Probably.
Beefcake escapes the shake crowd on Raw, but Bass cuts him off again and drops him on the top rope for 2. Honky goes up and Beefcake nails him on the way down and makes a comeback with an atomic drop and sleeper on Honky. But Honky bails to the floor to escape, and Beefcake falls like a moron for the double count at 15:45. So this leaves Warrior alone with Bass and Valentine, and they go to work on him. But Warrior no-sells Hammer's stuff until getting run into Bass's moving corner. Warrior comes back and clotheslines both guys and hits Bass with a double sledge for the pin at 17:28. That leaves Hammer one-on-one with him, and another sledge finishes at 17:50. Survivor is the Ultimate Warrior. Scott says Warrior managed to get blown up standing on the apron, but this was an insanely entertaining match. It was literally all action. A really great opener, 3 3/4 stars.
There is definitely at this time adding the rocket fuel for Warrior's push, and that's helped, and it wasn't quite dry. I have no problems with this as an opener.
Oh, definitely. Now, Dane, I should mention, on the Coliseum video version, this match is second, actually, and the next match is actually first on the Coliseum video.
That makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. But you know what the good thing is? While doing some work on this show, I managed to find the Coliseum video interviews for this tape.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I have a backstage interview with Bad News Brown with Sean Mooney. That was exclusive to Coliseum Video, so you want me to play?
Sure. Always good to hear little Bad News.
And Sean Mooney.
And Sean Mooney, yeah.
Yeah, so let's go to it.
Thank you, Gene. Joining me now, Bad News Brown. And Bad News, during your time here in the World Wrestling Federation, you have pretty much become a loner. And you proved that very much tonight.
I've been a loner all my life. I was raised on the streets of Harlem. You depend on nobody but yourself. And it was obvious tonight when you saw my own teammate hit me. The man is stupid, idiot. I don't need nobody like that. And as far as surviving goes, I survived on the streets of Harlem for many, many years, and that's not important to me. The only thing that's important to me is getting my hands on that so-called cheese champ who calls himself Randy Macho Man Savage. That's all that's important to me.
Well, there you have it from Bad News Brown. He wants to be the next World Wrestling Federation champion. Back to you, Gene.
Now, I gotta appreciate Bad News. He was like, screw those people. I'm a true survivor. I was on the streets of Harlem. Good on you, Bad News.
Good on you, Bad News Allen, Bad News Brown.
Okay, so our next matchup, we got a 10-team Survivor Series match. So on the heel, oh yeah, this is going to be a marathon for us in this one. Let me tell you.
And you can kind of see why they kind of abandoned this whole concept of having 10 tag teams face off against each other. I think the closest I think we ever saw to a massive sea of humanity like that is, I think, on like during the invasion, like when Rob Van Dam and Tommy Dreamer came out, and we had Paul Heyman revealed that ECW is joining the invasion, and we had like all the ECW originals defected from both WCW and WWF, and then they were going to have like a big WWF/WCW versus ECW tag match. I think at one point that even Lillian Garcia just gave up announcing all the names from Team WWF CW side.
Oh yeah, Lillian just gave the fuck up. I remember that so much. That was just like, screw it. Okay, so let's see. We got on the heel side, we got the tag team champions Demolition teaming up with the Brainbusters of Tully Blanchard and Art Anderson with Bobby Heenan. And we got the Fabulous Rougeaus with Raymond and Jacques with Jimmy Hart. We have the Conquistadors and the Bolsheviks, Boris Zukov and Nikolai Volkov.
With Slick, well, I think he had purchased their rights from the retired Classy Freddie Blassie.
Well, he purchased Nikolai and Sheik's rights. He then got Boris after Sheik had the,
Oh, yes. The business. The business, yeah. Yeah, the Mary Jane business with, and getting caught with Superface American guy Jim Duggan, too.
Yep. And now on the face side, we have the Powers of Pain. And we have a pretty loaded side on the face team with at least 3 of the 4 teams with the Powers of Pain. We have the Hart Foundation of Brett and Jim. We have the British Bulldogs, Davey Boy and Dynamite. The Rockers, Marty and Sean. And then the 4th team, we got the Young Stallions of Paul Roma and Jim Powers.
And I think this is the Bulldogs' last match for WWF, because I think around this time, too, was the infamous Jacques knocking the blank out of Dynamite Kid with the roll of quarters and messing his teeth up.
Oh, yeah. I think they strategically had them eliminated for a report, so that the Rougeaus would be out, and then they'd be out of the building by the time the Bulldogs got eliminated.
Yeah.
So Dynamite wouldn't cause any shit with Jacques.
Yep.
And if I have like anything from that Dark Side of the Ring episode, I'll put it right here.
Dynamite's ex-wife says that Dynamite didn't get revenge on you because the mob would come after them. Is that true?
That is funny. But there's something I gotta tell you guys. I forgot about that. Now you're bringing it back. I didn't like Dino Bravo, but I knew he was a stooge. I knew he was a stooge for the Bulldogs. That whatever I said to him, he was going to bring it back to the Bulldogs. I took a piece of paper and I wrote a name down. I wrote a fictive name, an invented name. And I told Dino, I said, so you see this name here? I got to call him every night. And I said, if I don't call him one night, things will be taken care of. And I'm glad to hear that it worked.
Finding out about the mafia possibly coming to kill his wife, that really made him not want to be a part of that company anymore.
At the 1988 Survivor Series pay-per-view event, Tom decides to end his career in the WWF.
I don't think Dynamite was ever happy in WWF. He liked the respect he had in Japan. So it was like, we can cut a deal in Japan, we can get away from this thing.
So why don't we go to the ring for the announcement of the heel team? Because I think this is pretty goddamn epic right here.
Oh, here they come now. Let's go to our ring announcer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our next Survivor Series event. Introducing first, with their manager, Mr. Fuji, the co-captains, World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, Axe and Smash Demolition. Introducing the Conquistadors. With their manager Slick, the Bolsheviks. With their manager Bobby the Brain Heenan, the Brain Busters. And with their manager, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, the fabulous Rougeau brothers. Rougeaus with those little American flags are kind of disgusting, yes. Ha ha ha! Well, you know, it's very shortly the Rougeaus are supposed to be moving to the United States, Gorilla. Yeah, I understand somewhere near Beverly Hills. I don't know. Nothing's leaked out yet.
Oh, yeah, because, around this time, I think, too, that Raymond and Jacques began the All-American Boys gimmick.
Love in the USA.
Yep. And they got the little American flags with them, waving them.
As a kid, I was very confused by this angle. I'm like, I'm supposed to boo these guys because they love the USA so much?
Yes.
Face side comes in the ring, and man, this is like, I know we don't get this much amount of people in the ring after this for reasons, probably because of the length of this match, but it's kind of cool seeing all 20 members in the ring together.
Yeah. And the fact that on the heel side, you pretty much have all the big managers, too, of the time.
Yeah, although Slick's not here. We have Fuji, Bobby, and Jimmy on the heel side. I'm guessing Slick's too focused on the main event tonight, so.
Okay.
But I do like how everybody in the face team joins in and does a romp together.
Yep.
So this is going to be a slog, but okay. Yeah. I think it's going to take me maybe 20 minutes to go through the Scott review with this hoarse voice.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's go to Scott for the review of the tag match. Holy crap. Switch out the Conquistadors for the Islanders, and this is 80s Tag Team Wrestling Nirvana. Yeah, they should add the Islanders in this match.
Yeah, but I think around this time, Haku is now the king. And I don't know what happened to Tama.
That's right. I forgot. Haku's now the king, so.
Yeah.
Also, the Powers of Pain had terrible music according to Scott for supposed top baby faces. I don't know. That theme's not too bad.
It was all right for them. But I kind of like the idea that the Powers of Pain, like in NWA, they were brought in as the Road Warrior ripoffs. And then here's Demolition as well, too, also supposedly to be Vince's ripoff of the Road Warrior. So we got almost kind of like the Spider-Man meme there, with pointing at each other.
Oh, yeah, we could swap out the Spider-Man. We could put in LOD, Demolition, and Powers of Pain pointing at each other.
Yep.
All right, let's get back to Scott. This match is, of course, famous for a few reasons, which we'll get into. Davey slams the Conquistador to start, but Jacques comes in and attacks from behind. So Davey press slams him onto Raymond. Boris beats on Sean, but he comes back with a hip toss. The Rockers showcase some double teams on Boris. Axe beats on Marty, but he comes back on with a backdrop. Over to Tully, so Marty gives him an atomic drop, and Tully gets pinballed by the babyface in the corner. Jacques comes in and misses a body press, and Dynamite comes in with a snap suplex during a very tense time in their relationship, and that gets two. Both guys tag out, but Kid walks back in with Raymond this time, gets a sunset flip for two. Jim Powers hits Boris with a drop kick, but Jacques gets his own drop kick on Powers for two. Brett comes into a big reaction, but Jacques hits him in the back elbow for two. Brett gets a small package on Raymond for the pin at 5:35, however. So at that point, the Rougeaus get the fuck out of the city because Kid was literally threatening to kill them after the match for a rib gone very wrong. And then you'll notice that Pat Patterson made sure to book the match so that the Bulldogs were in the ring for a long time afterwards to give them plenty of escape time. Well, good on you, Pat, for expertly timing this match. That's probably why this match goes on forever. Roma comes in with a high cross on Nikolai for two, and then Barbarian slugs it out with smash, and then hits a Conquistador with a big boot. Warlord and Brett double team him, but he manages to tag Smash in again, and Demolition goes to work on Brett. Over to Sean, and he gets double teamed as well. And then the heels trap him to the corner, and everyone gets their shots in. They should all be wearing Marine uniforms, but there's not 14 of them, so it's not quite up to the levels of the story. Oh, Jesus, fuck, Scott, why?
Whoa, spoilers, Scott. That hasn't happened yet. That's in this timeline.
Oh, Sean, wait till you find out what happens to you in the future next time you get ganged up on that.
Yeah. Things work out for you. You end up getting to scoop up young college athletes for something called NXT and something called the Next in Line program, while your best friend Paul Levesque is in charge of things creatively.
Oh, yeah, Paul Levesque. You know what? I'm thinking about a couple episodes ago. I do know that name because Road Dogg mentioned, but whatever happened to that Michael Hickenbottom guy that they were trying to find?
I don't know. Hopefully with the NXT's next show in San Antonio there for Deadline, maybe Road Dogg can try and see if Michael Hickenbottom ever made it to the Alamo.
All right, back to Scott. Double A comes in with a spine buster for 2, and a Conquistador gets a slam for 2. But Sean manages to escape, and it's over to Morty again. Morty with a slam for 2, but Volkov tags in again and throws Morty into the corner so he can tag out to Roma. Odd strategy there. Bulldog comes in with a power slam on Volkov for 2, but Tully drops elbows on him until one of them misses. Warlord throws a Conquistador around, and then we get the showdown with Axe as they slug it out, and then Demolition double teams Warlord. Barbarian gets a high kick on Smish, as we need a drinking game for every time Gorilla says breadbasket tonight. Barbarian drops Tully on the top rope, and Anvil follows with a power slam for 2. But Tully throws Dynamite out of the ring to take over. Back in the heels beat on Kid, but Boris misses a knee, and Powers gets a hot tag. Jim gets a crossbody, but Boris rolls in through for the pin at 15:45.
Ooh, 15 minutes in, and we only have 2 eliminations.
Oh.
In fairness, at least with this being a 10-team tag match, that it's as soon as your partner is eliminated, you go too. So we didn't have to have at least up to 19 eliminations.
Sean comes in and drops the fist on Boris for 2, and Barbarian adds a shoulder block. So Tully tags in and then struts over and tags in Nikolai. And this draws mega heat. And then once the heels get the advantage, Tully is happy to help again with some cheap shots from the apron, and Axe comes in and beats Barbarian down. Sean comes in and hits Boris in the gut, and Marty flips in with a sunset flip for the pin at 18:25. Marty gets worked over in the heel corner, and Smash beats him down, but Arn puts his head down, and Marty rams him into the mat and brings Davey Boy in. So Tully tags in for real this time and whips Davey into the turnbuckles for a foot bump to injure the back. The heels take turns beating on Davey in the corner, but he escapes. It's over the Hart Foundation, who double team the Conquistador with a middle rope elbow for 2. Sean adds a drop kick for 2, and the Conquistador crawls to the wrong corner looking for a tag. So Dynamite gives him the staff suplex and flying knee drop for 2, and a backbreaker for 2. Jesse is very impressed with the resilience of the Conquistador. Well, I would be too, Jesse.
Survived getting snap suplexed by the Dynamite Kid. For all we know, he could have been a lot rougher with him.
Oh, yeah, it could have been indeed. Barbarian with a power slam, but the Conquistador falls back in his own corner, and Tully comes in again. Demolition double teams him, and Smash goes for a neck vice, which Barbarian powers out of. The heels continue double teaming Barbarian in various combinations, but Arn gets caught with a boot, and Morty comes in with a back elbow. Anvil then puts his own head down and gets caught, and Tully gets 2. Brett saves and hits Tully with the backbreaker and inverted atomic drop before slugging away in the corner, getting a German suplex in the corner for the pin. But wait, Tully got his shoulder up, so the Hart Foundation is gone at 27 minutes.
Yeah, that was kind of a confusing pin combination there. Someone botched that a bit, I think, but now we got pretty much, now we're down to Powers and Bulldogs against Demolition and the Conquistadors and Brainbusters.
Yes.
One of these things don't quite match.
Really, Dave? That's your observation?
Well, that's one of many observations.
Dynamite gives Tully a tombstone pile driver while Brett argues with the refs, and that gets 2. And then the Rockers and Brainbusters are busting loose in Tulsa, and both teams are DQ'd at 28:44 and continue fighting up the entranceway and back to the dressing room. So now we're down to 2-on-2 here. It's the Demos and Conquistadors against the Bulldogs and the Powers of Pain here. Back to Scott. Smash doesn't have a neck vice on Dynamite, and the remaining heels go to work on him, but a Conquistador misses a senton, and Warlord comes in on to beat him. Bulldog with the delayed suplex on the Conquistador for 2, and a crucifix pin on Axe for 2. Axe beats him down again, and Smash comes in, but he gets caught in the babyface corner of Double Team. Kid brings in Davey again. It's Power Slam City for the Conquistador. They elects not to make the pin yet and allows him to bring Axe in again. The heels turn it around on Barbarian and takes turns beating on him in the corner. But Barbarian fights back on the Conquistador, and it's back to Davey with a double elbow for 2. Dynamite with a gut wrench for 2 and a headbutt for 2. But they still can't put the Conquistadors away. The faces keep letting him get up after big moves, so he tags out to Smash and beats on Kid. This is clearly getting stretched out way beyond the natural beat. Kid gets the snap suplex and goes up the diving headbutt, but that misses the Smash clotheslines him for the pin at 36-18, which I believe is the historic first ever pin via clothesline at the Survivor Series.
Oh, now we're into the final dregs of this match. Because of all the teams to make it to the final 3, the bloody Conquistadors?
I know!
This isn't like 2000s Edge and Christian dressing up as the Conquistadors, and then later on the Hardys also doing it to Shanghai Edge and Christian, and meanwhile it's also bringing in, I'm not sure who the other one was, but there was rumored that the one was Christopher Daniels.
Yes, I do remember that. Okay, but wait a minute, Dane. Hold on a second. I gotta show you something here. This is so weird here. Mr. Fuji, for some reason, got on the apron.
Okay, well, obviously got one of the demos there with one of the Powers of Pain. So I'm guessing he's looking to do some interference on behalf of his team.
Yeah, but why would he do interference on his team? I mean, they got the advantage. It's 2 teams on 1.
I don't know. It seems there's something afoot, but Gorilla likes to point out that's why he's called the Devious One.
You know what, Dane? I think we should play this. I want to see what's going to happen here.
Yes.
Something. The referee, if he wanted to, could see fit to disqualify somebody.
Yeah, Gorilla. Earl should just DQ freaking Demolition right now for Fuji being on the apron.
Yeah, also I think Gorilla might point to that in this match, or these Survivor Series matches, there's actually 2 referees. There's one in the ring, and there's one that's also outside. So why isn't the outside ref giving Fuji the business?
That's right, because Tim White's the outside ref. Why isn't Tim White doing anything?
Yeah, sleeping on the job, Mr. White.
Because of Fuji's interference here.
What message is Fuji trying to get across out there?
He wants to get a shot out somebody with that steel cane of his, I'm sure.
If you ask me, he's distracting his own team.
He's still up on the apron. Almost got knocked off there. Nice clothesline. By Smash, as Axe tells him, put him away. Oh, that.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? Okay, so Axe got thrown into the ropes, and then for some reason, Fuji opens the ropes and Axe tumbles out of the ring. Why would he? Now, is that just miscommunication, or is something else afoot here?
I don't know, Dave. Why would Mr. Fuji, hold the ropes down?
Something's fishy here.
Did you see that, Gorilla? Fuji was hanging onto the rope.
Fuji pulled that rope open. I don't know, inadvertently or not. Maybe he lost his balance, Jess.
No, I distinctly saw Fuji open up the ropes, and Smash went through him.
And he got counted out.
Oh my God, Dane! Demolition has been counted out.
That was okay, because I'm confused now. Because Smash seemed to be might have been in the ring, but I'm guessing Axe was the legal man.
I don't know. It's all confusing with these two refs. Like, no one can figure anything out.
Get your head in the game, guys. So now we're down to the Powers of Pain and the Conquistadors. But why is Mr. Fuji still hanging around the ring? His team's been eliminated.
Yeah, how about we keep this going? Because I haven't paused here at 105.29. Fuji's got like a shocked face on. Like, what happened?
What happened?
I don't know, Fuji. You freaking standing on the apron like a doofus, and you held the rope down for some reason. He had Smash fall in and he got counted out.
Yeah.
Look at Axe! Look at Axe go on Fuji now! Questioning Fuji about pulling that rope down. What is this?
I don't care. I'm the boss. I did not pull that rope.
Fuji's saying I'm the boss.
You're the boss, but you pulled the rope down.
You pulled the rope, but then you're arguing with your. I mean, I'm guessing it seems like a fair complaint from Smash about what happened, but Fuji's like still giving the business that I'm the boss. I'm the boss.
Fuji hit him with the cane. Did you see that, Gorilla?
Oh, look at that! Rams him again with it.
It's not having any effect on him.
Absolutely not. From behind, he nails him again. Look at this. He forgot about Smash.
Whoa.
Okay, so Axe, while he had his back turned, Fuji hit him with the cane, and then Smash came out. Can you describe what happened?
He basically grabs Fuji and holds him from escaping. So Axe can then slam Fuji onto the mat, onto the floor.
Dane, it's a good thing there was a mat there. If this was Bill Watts WCW, Mr. Fuji would have been fucked.
Yep. So now Demolition are leaving and Fuji is out in pain, but wait a minute. Powers of Pain are standing over Fuji and helping him up.
Well, I think, Dane, they're just giving courtesy. Like, they saw Mr. Fuji was down. They probably just wanted him to get up and just make his way back to the dressing room.
They're being good Samaritans. I mean, Fuji is pretty old at this time. I mean, not as old as he would be when managing Yokozuna, but that's probably still a pretty hard bump for someone his age. He was a tag team champion in the 70s. I mean, give him some credit and give Powers of Pain some, like I said, they're just being good Samaritans helping up an old pro.
That's right. I mean, come on. He teamed with Professor Thornton Actor right out loud.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I love while Earl is doing the count here, the one conquistador is jumping up and down thinking, oh my God, we might actually freaking win this match.
We might actually have a win. That would have been a real lead fart for this match, how to end. Just Powers of Pain get counted out, and our sole survivors are the bloody conquistadors.
Although that would have been the greatest upset ever if they had won the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep this going here.
Powers of Pain going over and helping Mr. Fuji. For what reason, I don't know. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
I mean, Fuji's still at ringside.
I don't understand this, Steve. Why is Mr. Fuji still at ringside?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe he's actually secretly managing the conquistadors, too.
Well, technically, yeah, he is. But if that's the case, why are Bobby and Jimmy not
why aren't
there
Bobby?
anymore?
Yeah, I mean, and obviously the face team has no managers. You don't suppose the Powers of Pain are gonna. This is some kind of turn on them, or is it?
I don't know. I mean, maybe Mr. Fuji wants to get a good view and see who wins the match. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, get a good scope on potential new challenges for Demolition, even though it seems that they have some miscommunication issues now, apparently.
You know, maybe Demolition and Mr. Fuji, they'll sort this mess out once they get
Yeah.
next.
Get young Dr. Shelby in to get them all to hug it out.
I mean, Fuji's still at ringside. I'm baffled on this
All of his men are gone.
I'm baffled on this one.
Conquistadors.
You know, Gorilla, I'm never going to take a bet on any odds you give, because here's the Conquistadors right here in the finals, and I heard you made some horrible football bets today, too.
From the outside, Fuji hooked the leg with the cane. Rammed him with a headbutt, hooks the leg. He won't get up from that.
Wait a second. Why
What?
did Fuji
Okay,
hook the Conquistador's leg?
He hooked their leg, and we get a face pop for apparently a heelish move from Powers of Pain, taking advantage of a tripped up Conquistador.
I'm pretty confused here.
Bret Austin, WrestleMania 13, this ain't.
No, it's not. Let's get this playing here, because I'm still confused as to what's going on.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Let's get the official word.
Wait a minute. The Powers of Pain is celebrating with Mr. Fuji?
Huh?
No. Something's fishy here, for sure.
I don't understand, Dane. Why would the Powers of Pain be celebrating with Mr. Fuji?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's going on here?
What is going on? What is going on?
Hell, and meanwhile, Demolition comes out.
Demolition comes back out, and what, we got ourselves a good old-fashioned Donnybrook, and the heel slammed the supposed faces, I guess.
And Warlord, he gets a clothesline from Smash, and
yeah. Wait a minute, and the Powers of Pain are now leaving with Fuji, while Demolition apparently got their heat back in the ring after this attack.
I'm confused as to what the fuck has happened. Even the crowd's like confused, like, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get to Scott's final rating for the match here. The crowd still cheers for the Powers despite the heel turn, so Demolition ran out and cleaned house and got boos for that. So this wasn't exactly a runaway smash on the pun, as a double turn out of the gates. Also, I know this match is something of a sacred cow, but it was really slow by the time it got down to 4 teams, with the booking being stretched out artificially to keep the Bulldogs from murdering the Rougeos. And as noted, the big double turn didn't really take right away here. 3 stars, although the original 87 tag match was leagues better.
When I watched the 88, because on Netflix it will jumps, like, as soon as you're done, it goes to the next, like, descending order. So from 88, it was starting 87, so I watched up to just the beginning of the women's match. So I'll maybe go back and finish watching that later. But yeah, this dragged like way too long, understandably so, with deciding to maybe not have Dynamite Kid try and unalive the Rougeaus. And yeah, double turn here just made no absolute sense at the time, and still doesn't even make sense here. Although I'm thinking we'll get at least some kind of explanation here soon, maybe from Fuji, as to why he's decided to jump ship to the other Road Warrior ripoffs.
Oh, we'll get to that in a bit, but we got a series of promos here. So first, I want to go to a Survivor Series Coliseum video exclusive with Sean Mooney with the Ultimate Warrior. So let me do that first. I wonder how many mountains of cocaine Ultimate Warrior did before he cut this promo with Sean.
Yes.
That's exactly the right response, Dane.
Thank you, Gene.
Brother, there must be a problem here, because it seems to me that you can still breathe properly. Well, the Ultimate Warrior can't, and neither can all the warriors out there, because the power got shoved down their throat so far they're having a hard time. But my team of 5, you see, they went without food, they went without sleep, they went without all the luxuries that normal mortals are used to having, because my team didn't care. They didn't want to show any mercy, and they knew that the Ultimate Warrior would stand through all that thick and thin with them. Every member on my team was a winner. Every member gave all they had. And when the done was done, we were all over.
The sole survivor and the Intercontinental Champion, the Ultimate Warrior, but he will say it was a team effort. Let's go back to the ring.
I don't think that's how it works. Although it sounds like basically here that in some weird sense, Warrior just invented the what is that gimmick match there in TNA where they do this kind of the same thing where they supposedly deprive everyone from 24 hours of light and sleep and then let them out into the...
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't even remember the name of the match.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go back to the actual pay-per-view broadcast. And actually, we do have another promo with Sean with Bad News Brown, so...
Yeah, because this was the one I saw too on the Netflix version that I watched, because I got to at least hear my favorite Bad News Brownism.
Oh, I want to hear it. So let's go to Sean and Bad News.
Thank you, Gorilla. A break in the action here. Standing alongside me, Bad News Brown. And Bad News Brown, since joining the World Wrestling Federation, you have been a very independent soul. You very much proved that tonight. What happened out there?
Let me tell you, Beer Belly Sharecroppers, one thing. I smelt a conspiracy out there when my own teammate attacks me. I know that everybody in the World Wrestling Federation wants to be the first one to say that they beat Bad News Brown in the ring, but it's not going to happen. And let me tell you another thing. Survivor Series means totally nothing to me. I've been a survivor on the streets of Harlem all my life, and there's only one thing that I'm concerned about, and that's the World Wrestling Federation Championship belt.
Well, Bad News Brown, and I asked this question with caution. What do you think, why do you think you deserve a shot at the Macho Man Randy Savage for the championship?
Why? Why? What, have you been on Mars or what? Everybody knows out there, everybody from the spineless cockroach on up knows why Bad News Brown deserves a title shot. The reason is because I have defeated everybody since I've been in the World Wrestling Federation. I won the WrestleMania Battle Royal. I have beaten everybody that they put against me. That's why I deserve a shot.
Well, I'm sure if you have this record that you say you possessed, I can't see why Jack Tunney wouldn't give you this opportunity to become the World Wrestling Federation champion.
Are you trying to say that I'm a liar or something? Let me tell you one thing. I've been calling Jack Tunney up. I've been sending him letters, but he don't want to answer me. But he will see me in person, and he will have to answer to me once and for all and tell me why.
Well, Bad News Brown, if you do get this championship shot at the Macho Man Randy Savage, two very contrasting styles. You prefer being alone, no one in your corner. What about the Macho Man Randy Savage? He has the lovely Elizabeth in his corner.
Oh, come on, it's obvious, all right? Here's the world champ with a skirt in his corner. I don't need anybody.
Bad News Brown making his intentions very clear. He wants to be the next World Wrestling Federation champion. Back to you, Gorilla.
I love Bad News. He's like, I don't need a skirt.
I don't need a skirt. All you beer-bellied sharecroppers out there.
Oh, hold on a second, Dane. Mean Gene's backstage with the Powers of Pain and Mr. Fuji, so surely we're going to get an answer to what happened.
Let's get down to it, Mean Gene.
Mr. Fuji, what in the world is going on? Did I see you tonight in the Survivor Series turn on Demolition?
Let me tell you, Gene, I made the Demolition. I made them champion. When I made them champion, their breeches got too big for them. Their head was swelling up. They thought they're no more than the master. So the master in turn hunted and searched, and I found these two. And they will demolish the Demolition, and they will make them suffer like pigs they are.
Wait a minute, stop right there, Mr. Fuji. I'm going to interrupt, if I may. Gentlemen, I don't know if this man can be trusted.
Demolition, X Smash. What are you going to do now? You lose, Master Fuji. You better kiss goodbye for the World Championship title.
Now, God bless you, Barbarian. You tried with that promo.
Yeah. And meanwhile, they kept panning over to Warward, who just keeps making these weird faces, like...
All his face paint, Warward, is all gone and shit.
Yeah. You can see why Barbarian seems to always let the managers do the talking. Like, even, I remember, like, one time on a random episode of WCW Thunder, like, the only other time I ever heard Barbarian speak was, I think he cut some kind of promo, and it basically sounded like How you say, we will eat your ass. But I think he meant to say beat your ass, but that's how it sounded out coming out of his mouth. It was like, eat your ass.
Oh.
Well, Mr. Fuji, I've got to say this. I think the Demolition did as much for you as you did for them.
No way, Gene!
No way, Gene.
Oh, that's so great by Fuji. He's like, oh, shut up, Gene. You know that's a bunch of BS.
I did everything for them. I made them work out, run, exercise. But they disrespect my discipline. And in turn, this is what's going to happen to them. I turn against them, yes, and they will pay.
All right, very quickly, any comment?
Demolition, you wouldn't listen. The powers of pain will listen to Master Fuji.
That's right.
All
Right.
right,
They
Gorilla
will
Monsoon,
listen.
Jesse Ventura. I don't think this man can be trusted. I really don't. Gentlemen, that's it. Please.
I don't think you can trust Mr. Fuji, Dane. I mean,
No.
he's just confused. I don't know what side
Yeah.
he's on.
I mean, then later on, sells off the powers of pain to purchase the Orient Express.
Well, let's be honest, Dean. I think that was kind of an upgrade with the Orient Express.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But then at least we kind of got Barbarian with his awesome antler helmet and Warlord with his shiny shoulder pads and the big W wand.
Oh, yeah, the W wand that Warlord had was the best.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're going to go into intermission right now, Survivor Series, in real time. So we're going to take a short commercial break, and then we'll come right back with the rest of the card. We got 2 big matches coming up with the elimination matches in Survivor Series, and we'll get to you right after the break.
Join Patrick Duffy and Linda Gray, plus other celebrity hosts from New York, Toronto, Detroit, and Hawaii. It's a feast of festivities. It's the CBS All-American Thanksgiving Day Parade, Thursday at 9 a.m.
Are you ready
for outrageous scandals?
You know, they practically have you and Abby selling drugs and cocaine to kids on the docks.
And forbidden pleasures.
I looked for a bathing suit, but I couldn't find one. Why don't you join me?
I never swim in shark-infested water.
Are you ready for Knots Landing?
I couldn't find a towel either.
Thursday. This is CBS.
Staying with Grandma is bunches of fun. Magic surprises for everyone. She takes you to places the best ones in town. The light of Kitty City, turn that round upside down, upside down, upside down. They got the nicest prices and selection in town. The place that makes faces smile all around. The light of Kitty City, turn that round.
Quick, up here.
He looks just like you.
Looking all right yourself, kid. Now, when you buy a $5 book of McDonald's gift certificates, you get a free plush musical ornament of Oliver or Dodger, the characters from the new Disney movie Oliver and Company, now only at a theater near you. Oliver and Dodger make great gifts and even play a tune.
Hey, Dodge, we made beautiful music together.
Yeah, kid.
Your holiday place, McDonald's. Is the place.
This 6-outlet power center is only $4.49, and a GE 70 light midget set is only $3.99. Hey, here's a winning play. Grab the Ace Best Buy and go deep. Hey, let me tell you, Ace is the place for me.
I'm Ed Bradley. The state of a president's health can be the most widely reported news of the day, but a century ago, this was hardly the case. In 1893, the president secretly went aboard a private yacht on Long Island Sound, where a surgeon removed a section of his cancerous jawbone. He was fitted with an artificial device and 4 weeks later was back at work in the White House. The general public was none the wiser. He completed his term of office and lived 11 more years until his death at the age of 71. He was the nation's 24th president, Grover Cleveland.
I've been in the Christmas business a long time, and Santa knows nobody beats the whiz.
This holiday season, save a place for Pat and John as they bring you the Vikings against the Lions. It's Thanksgiving Day on CBS Sports.
First Aid, a special report tonight at 11 on Channel 2 News.
And welcome back from those 1988 commercials for Thanksgiving. And I hope you enjoyed whatever stuff I put in the break. But okay, we're back here, Dane, as we got our 2 final matches for this card. So our next match is between Jake Roberts, Jim Duggan, Scott Casey, Tito Santana, and Ken Patera against Dino Bravo, Andre the Giant, Harley Race, Ravishing Rick Rude, and Mr. Perfect.
You got, other than Bravo there, you got almost what would end up becoming the 89-90 version of the Heenan family.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, if you take Bravo out, yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah. And of course, we'll get Harley Race out of there after the famous Fight for the King match with Haku at the 89 Royal Rumble.
So now we're going to go backstage with the heel team with Mean Gene. So let's do that right now, shall we?
All right, next up here in the Survivor Series, this fivesome, superstars one and all are going to be facing Jake the Snake Roberts, Hacksaw, Jim Duggan and company, and Bobby Heenan. You've got men involved in this. Obviously, you've got a great deal invested.
Oh, I have a lot invested. But I want you to picture something. Picture Scott Casey standing there in that ring. Picture Tito Santana standing there. Sure. Picture Hacksaw Duggan standing there with the Olympic strongman Ken Patera. Sure. And right behind him, Jake the Snake Roberts. And eventually these giant hands will be around your neck, Mr. Roberts, squeezing and squeezing and squeezing.
Okay, I love how, first, how Andre just slaps his big hand on Mean Gene's shoulder, and, Gene's like, what? Oh my God, something just crashed on my shoulder, and now Andre's just got the old Andre face there going on.
He's giving me, an intense stereo at 117.50. Oh my God. Yeah.
I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving dinner. It may be your last.
All right, co-captain Dino Bravo, certainly you've got to be thinking Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh, it's a great event, and you're looking at 7 people that are going to make the best out of it. And that's right, that's no secret. I'm coming right at you, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Because I know by humiliating you, I'm going to put a little bit of shame in every American in the United States of America.
Another one of the Bobby Heenan family members, Ravishing Rick Rude.
You know, Divot Head, myself along with my partners, the 8th wonder of the world, the master of masters, Harley Race, the world's strongest man, Dino Bravo, and Mr. Perfect. We will show the world how to celebrate Turkey Day the ravishing way.
All right, things have been going pretty good thus far this Thanksgiving. They've been perfect, right, Kurt?
Absolutely perfect. And if you take a look into these eyes, you know the confidence that is built up. We have a fivesome here of the greatest multi-talented athletes in the World Wrestling Federation. I would call that the perfect combination.
All right, lastly, the comments recently of Jake the Snake Roberts, where he has indicated that Damien has been on a bit of a diet and that he could be unlike you after a big Thanksgiving dinner. Very hungry, Andre.
I don't care about that. I don't care where he is, but I know where I take my team. Last year, I take it to victory, and this year, I will do it again.
Okay, Andre.
Well, in fairness, he does have a point. His team did win.
Yeah, his team was the winner last year.
Yeah. And there was a nice shot there, I think, before of someone with a inflatable python.
Yeah, an inflatable Damien.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Nice little merchandise from 88. Wait, I think we're also now going to get, before we get the match, we're going to get another interview with Sean Mooney interviewing the Mega Powers team.
Yeah, that's right, for the big main event.
Yep.
So let's go to Sean.
Joining me now, the team of 5, co-captained by the Mega Powers and Macho Man Randy Savage. A lot of scores to be settled tonight.
Oh, yeah, the Survivor Series. Yeah, and all over the world. Yeah, people are feeling the electricity. But this team here, the Mega Powers, is bonded together.
You see one thing, Macho? When you're hot, and when you're not, brother. How can we lose with the stuff we're going to use tonight? Isn't that right here?
Okay, adding to this team of 5, Hillbilly Jim.
Hootie, let me tell y'all something right now. All over this great country, it's Thanksgiving, and God bless America. Let me tell you something, son. Them boys are going to feel the heat from this old kitchen tonight. Whoa.
Each man having his own reasons for stepping into the ring. One man in particular, the mighty Hercules.
You got that right. The mighty Hercules has always stood alone, but he's found out now that he don't have to anymore. Welcome to the jungle, $1 Million Man. With these animals beside me, you're going to find out you can't always get what you want in DBS. You're going to get what you
need, man.
Yeah. I mentioned reasons. Hulk Hogan certainly be looking for the big boss man.
Just like the 24-inch pythons are the largest arms in the world, just like Hulkamania has ruled for 5 long years, there are no weak links in this chain, man. The Mega Power team has been bonded as one, brother. Body, mind, soul, physical ability. When the mighty Hercules stood in the Pacific Ocean, when we had our seance, when we raised our hands, united ourselves as one, we were struck down as Hulkamaniacs. And I actually feel sorry for the team on the other side. Akeem, the big boss man. Haku, the Red Rooster, the multi-million-dollar man. As far as I'm concerned, when I look across that ring, each and every one of those guys has got a dollar sign planted on their head. And each and every one of those guys looks like the big boss man. The Macho Man knows what he's...
I gotta be honest. I think the most pumped of this team is Frankie right now.
Oh yeah, like, but of course we get the usual awesome coked out Hogan promo about Hercules standing in the Pacific Ocean and all of them having a seance, and I just love like how basically he then runs down like all the big mean heels of like Akeem and Big Boss Man and the multi-million-dollar man and the Red Rooster, brother.
Why did Hogan always refer to $1 million man as multi-million-dollar man?
I have no idea. I mean, to be honest, $1 million probably still isn't a lot of money. At least when he was revealed to be the money man behind the NWO, I think they called him the $1 trillion man.
Yeah, I think Hogan called him Trillionaire Ted.
Yeah.
We've got an aerial assault. We've got a mountain man. We've got the strongest man in the world. What you gonna do when Hulk Hogan and the Mega Powers run wild on you?
The main event still to come. Let's go back to Gorilla Monsoon as Survivor Series action continues.
Oh, that was some promo.
Good to see Hillbilly Jim, man of the people, getting to live out his dream.
Oh yeah, man of the people. You know, if you're in a bathroom somewhere in like Alabama or somewhere, Hillbilly Jimmy's gonna show you a good time. If you know, you know. All right, let's get into our next match. Jake Roberts, Jim Duggan, Scott Casey, Tito Santana, and Ken Patera against Dino, Andre, Hoyley, Ravishing Rick Rude, and Mr. Perfect. Now, Dean, I need to note, Scott Casey is a substitution for a substitution on the face team.
So he's subbing for someone that was subbing for someone else.
Yes. So originally, the 5th man of the team was going to be Junkyard Dog.
Okay.
So Junkyard Dog left the company, and then they replaced him with B. Brian Blair.
Now, why does B. Brian Blair get replaced with Scott Casey?
Because B. Brian Blair quit the company.
Now that explains why Jumpin' Jim Brunzell is Killer Bee free in the first match.
So yeah, we got Scott Casey, former world-class veteran, is on the face team for some reason. I don't know why they decided to go with Scott Casey. I guess there was nobody else credible that they could have used. They went, Scott Casey, you come on.
Yeah.
I guess.
Come on down. Yeah.
I do love when they do the heel intros when Harley comes out with his stupid ass Survivor Series shirt. Gorilla makes mention of former king. He's no longer the king anymore.
Yeah, he transferred the kingship over to Haku to recover from his injuries.
Okay, so on the face side, the co-captains are Jake and Hacksaw. On the heel side, the co-captains are Andre and Dino Bravo. Now, I should note, Dean, that this is part of the epic feud where Andre the Giant was afraid of snakes.
As seems to be a recurring theme with Jake Roberts going forward.
Yeah. You know, it's a shame that Andre didn't face his fear, because when Earthquake came in, he just squished the snake. He was like, I'm not going to be afraid of this shit.
I'll be afraid for a bit, but then squash time. And then, of course, we got the best part of it later on, good old-fashioned Quake burgers.
Wonder if Mr. Fuji helped him out with cooking those burgers.
Well, there might have been some dog in it if it wasn't just all steak, so...
Okay, let's go to Scott for the review of the match. Casey was subbing for someone, but I can't recall offhand who it was. Well, good for you, Scott. We just told you who it was.
Yeah. We outsmarted the smart.
Scott says he hasn't watched this show in 2 decades, and I'm betting on Patera missing a blind charge and getting pinned by Tino with a side slam at some point. Baby faces have won both matches thus far, so this is a pretty clear slam dunk for the heels. Race was in such a weird place on the card, having quote-unquote lost his crown due to injury, and now just kind of floating in the undercard aimlessly. Meanwhile, Mr. Perfect is still wearing the short black trunks from the AWA, and it's weirding me out. Yeah, he's still got the trunk.
Yeah, and he was even introduced as Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. So I'm guessing somewhere around 89, they dropped the Kurt Hennig part and just started referring to him as Mr. Perfect.
Patera starts with Rude and overpowers him, but he gets caught in the corner and the heels work him over. Patera takes Perfect back to his own corner, and Tito gets some slams and works on the arm. Over to Bravo, who hits Casey with an atomic drop out of the corner and sets up Race for a belly-to-belly and vertical suplex. Rude drops an elbow for 2. Casey manages to tag Patera in again, and the faces work on Perfect for a bit, with Duggan hitting a clothesline out of the corner. Perfect slugs away, and Andre walks up on the apron and gets a couple of swipes on Duggan. It's back to Casey again. Rude beats on him, but misses a charge, and Tito comes in and gets 2. Duggan with a slam, but he misses an elbow, and both guys are down after a collision. Jesse astutely points out that Duggan recovers first because his head is hollow anyway. Patera comes in and shoots the half on Rude for 2, but he charges and hits Boot, and the Rude Awakening finishes him at 8:18. See, not Bravo, but same deal because Patera seemingly had one finish that worked at that point. Scott Casey comes back in and he gets beat up by the heels, but backslides Bravo for 2. Side suplex ends him at 9:29. However, next up, Tito's a house of fire and chases Bravo out of the ring before slugging away on Perfect, and a small package gets 2. Perfect beats up on Duggan and makes a comeback right away, but Andre chokes him out in the heel corner and headbutts him from the apron. Duggan fights back and clotheslines Rude, then tags Tito, but the heels work him over right away thanks to more shenanigans from Andre on the apron. Tito with a crossbody for 2 and a sunset flip for 2. But Race comes in with a pile driver for 2, clothesline gets 2. Tito fights back with a flying forearm, however, and gets the pin at 13:20. Over to Andre, who finally tags in and he destroys Tito in an epic foul move. Chops in a butt splash fall as we get another breadbasket reference from Gorilla. Tito fights back and Andre chops him down again, then sits on him to block a sunset flip and gets the pin at 14:45. Duggan immediately clobbers on Andre and ties him to the rope, allowing Duggan and Jake to double team him. Jake just constantly chokes him, but Andre tags in Rude, and Rick saves his giant friend and whips Jake into the corner. Perfect comes in and chokes him out on the ropes and follows with the catapult under the ropes, allowing Andre to head over and get some revenge for the earlier choking. Jake fights back with the heel swarm him and keep him from tagging out. Jake gets the short clothesline on Bravo, but takes too long setting up the DDT, and Rude clotheslines him from the apron to continue the heat. Rude slugs him down for 2, and Bravo adds a pretty nice pile driver for 2. He misses an elbow hover and hot tag hacksaw. He grabs a 2x4 to counter Frenchie Morton's interference and gets DQ'd at 21:40, leaving Jake by himself against 4 heels. They all huddle to discuss tactics. Perfect starts out before Jake slugs him down. The heels confer again, and Perfect takes a knee left this time, so he's had enough and lets Bravo have a go at it. Bravo tries a test of strength, and Jake slips into the DDT at him, but Bravo backdrops out of it and brings Rude back in. Jake wisely takes a breather outside, and Jesse's pretty sure Jake is taking a walk on the match, but no. Back in the ring, Rude beats on him in the corner and slowly works him over, as this gives me a chance to point out that Rude's tights have a woman's hand airbrushed on them, front and back. The back appears to be cupping his ass cheeks and penetrating him with the thumbs, while the front appears to be fondling his balls. I mean, hey, whatever works for Rude, I guess.
We also got some references from Jake's feud with Rude over Cheryl Roberts from Jesse Ventura, implying that Cheryl Roberts might go back with Rude after seeing Jake lose this match if he does.
Well, to quote Gorilla, highly unlikely, Jess. Okay. Rude goes up with a flying twist, and let's see. Jake pops and kicks Wham at DDT and eliminates Rude at 28:44, and then Andre decides it's time to finish this, so he comes in and just mauls Jake in the corner like a grizzly bear, choking him out until the ref calls for a DQ at 29:38. And then Jake's down on the mat. Perfect pins him at 30 minutes to win the match. That's high-level strategy there, according to Scott, as Mr. Perfect and Dino Bravo here, survivors. Scott says, obviously Perfect couldn't do a job here because of the perfect record giving, so you know he was winning in some form. Very entertaining match with Jake going long at the end. And even Bravo was tolerable, 3.5 stars from Scott.
This one kind of was starting to drag a bit towards the end, like once it became Duggan and Roberts against the 4 heels, and wasn't as bad as the 10-man tag match there, or the 10-team tag match. All right, I guess, for establishing new heel on the block, Mr. Perfect.
Okay, so after the match, the heel team's all like outside the ring, all celebrating and shit. And then Jake puts Damien in the ring, and they're all distracted. They're not noticing Damien. Andre's like, yeah! And then Andre sees Damien, is like, oh shit! And he asks,
get out of here! Let me get out of here!
They're all running the fuck away from Damien. And then Andre's like, yeah, I won!
I won again!
Okay, so we do have a backstage Coliseum interview with Sean Mooney with Andre and Bobby Heenan. So let me go to that right now.
Thank you, Gene. Joining me now, Bobby the Brain Heenan, the manager of Andre the Giant and Andre the Giant. Now, Andre, you promised before this matchup that your team would indeed win this Survivor Series match, but I have to question the means by which
Just
you
like
did it.
last year, I promised you I'm going to take my team to victory. And I did, right?
Never lied yet.
What a good family we are, well.
The best family. And I love to see that miserable Jake Roberts in that corner choking and gagging. You see, without that miserable serpent he's got in his hands, he's not so tough, is he? He couldn't do nothing against this man.
Well, let's talk about Damien a bit. I mean, is there a phobia involved here? I mean, just...
What are you talking about, phobia?
Well, are you afraid of...
No.
I'm afraid of what?
Nothing.
I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of anybody. And Jake, I just show you today, I'm not afraid of you. And even you, Frito Santana. Jake, I know you mine anytime.
Co-Captain Andre the Giant and his team of 5 victorious here at the Survivor Series. Let's go back to you, Gene.
Did you notice that Andre, did he call Tito Frito Santana?
He might have, yes.
Oh my god.
That's even better than Jesse always calling him Chico Santana.
Oh, we have a backstage interview with Sean with Jake too. So let's go to Sean with Jake.
Right now, standing by with Jake the Snake Roberts. Once again, let's go to Sean Mooney.
Well, thank you, Gene. We just witnessed a spectacular matchup here involving the team co-captained by Jake the Snake Roberts. And Jake, you suffered an incredible beating here. First of all, I want to talk about the fact that you DDT'd ravishing Rick Rude after suffering an incredible beating.
I didn't do too bad, you know, when it's 4-on-1. I fought back a little bit, you know. I'll tell you something, brother. I ain't no crybaby. No, sir, you want to send 4-on-1, that's fine. Here, slap me around like a little punk, huh? Treat me like a little baby walking around with my hands and feet, man, crying. No, sir, I ain't gonna cry. This is a business, and I take care of business. Damien takes care of business. And if you think that was something, Survival Series, brother, you got a year. You got a year. You got what you wanted to tonight. But in the next year, my man, I'll get every little bit I want from each and every one of you. And Giant, my big jolly friend, you won't be smiling. No, you choked the life out of somebody, brother. But you're going to find out this is one snake that does survive.
Okay, this one is far from over with Jake the Snake Roberts and Andre the Giant. Jake, let's talk quickly about the choking that you received from Andre the Giant, which put you out of the Survivor Series.
What can you do, man? The guy's hands fit completely around your neck. It's like a vice squeezing the life out of you. All I heard was a referee counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. The man doesn't break. Man, there are rules. But you know something, if you'll just tell me what yours are, I'll be glad to play by them. And if you don't want rules, Giant, give me what you got, big man, because I got something special for you.
What a showing here by Jake the Snake Roberts. Let's go back to the ring.
I forgot how good of a promo Jake Roberts was.
Oh, definitely.
He definitely peaks in 91 with all the trust me stuff, but this was, like, if there was someone who can both cut a good heel and face promo is always Jake Roberts.
Oh, definitely. Okay, so now we're going to go to our main event, but first we got a promo backstage with the heel team with Mean Gene. So, okay, our heel team is, of course, captained by the Twin Towers of Big Boss Man and Akeem, with the $1 Million Man, King Haku, the one true king, and the Red Rooster. Now, Dane, at the beginning of this show, I played the transformation of the one-man gang to Akeem.
Oh, yeah, we're not. You never get away with that in current year.
No, but it was hilarious.
It was hilarious. I mean,
just the image of Akeem walking out with the boombox. That was fucking great shit. And meanwhile, hold on a second. I have this paused at 157.23. Bossman has like this look here. I don't know what the hell Bossman's doing here.
He's in deep thought. Ready to do some big boss man behaving badly stuff here, perhaps.
Maybe he's thinking about the time he beat up that one convict in the prison in Cobb County.
Hoping that he never gets out. To seek out his revenge.
Oh, let's hope that prisoner that he beat the shit out of never comes back.
Yeah.
Because remember, he is an innocent man.
I'm an innocent man. Who's the boss now, boss man?
You know, I would have loved to have seen Nail's theme song be An Innocent Man by Billy Joel. Think about how awesome that would have been.
That would have been awesome.
All right, let's go to Mean Gene with the heel team.
All right, we're getting ready for the big main event here tonight of the Survivor Series. You've got your big band prepared for action tonight, Slick.
Exactly. Believe me, the big hour is drawing near, and the brain and myself have spent many an evening putting our wits together, brother, and we've come up with a system of elimination that will not be denied.
All right, Brilliant Donor Man, Ted DiBiase.
Thanksgiving? Who cares? The only thing I give thanks for is the size of my bank account. But you, Hercules, you are going to give thanks tonight because you are finally going to realize your position in life. That is as my slave. Gentlemen, the caviar and champagne are on ice. We are going to celebrate right tonight.
All right, the biggest man in the Survivor Series, Akeem.
Hey, brother, it's called Survivor Series, and you looking at survivors.
All right, very good. The brain, Bobby Heenan.
Well, I'll tell you something. I'm going to show you something that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be showing proper respect to King Haku, and so is everybody else.
All right, can the Red Rooster talk?
Can I talk? Yes, I can talk, and wait till you see me wrestle. Brain, I won't let you down.
You never have yet.
All right.
Now we'll all bow for the king.
All right, King Haku, and finally, Big Boss Man, possibly tonight you could be right across from none other than Hulk Hogan.
First of all, the Big Boss Man's a survivor. My team's a survivor. Hogan, our paths are going to cross again. You remember what happened last time. One thing's for sure, boy. I'm going to hurt you bad, leave you laying like the dog you are.
You gentlemen, as they head to the ring, get ready for the big main event here in the Survivor Series.
You know what the best part of that promo was?
What?
Fucking Virgil just standing there, just being like not bothered by all this.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got Akeem shucking and jiving. You got Ted wearing his brilliant green version of the suit. You got Haku just being Haku. You got Boss Man. And then you got goobers like Virgil and the future computerized man of the 90s, Terry Taylor, there as the Red Rooster.
But you know what I bet Virgil's thinking? He's thinking, oh, he can't wait for tomorrow because then Olive Garden will be open again. He can have all the breadsticks.
Yeah. Maybe there's a Black Friday deal on the breadsticks.
Or meat sauce. You can have all
meat sauce, yeah.
Black Friday meat sauce. Yeah.
Yeah. And to think they were almost going to give the Mr. Perfect gimmick to Terry Taylor and the Red Rooster gimmick to Kurt Hennig.
Oh, that would have been like one of the freaking worst things ever if they had reversed the two.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Look, no disrespect to Terry Taylor, but I mean, come on. Him as Mr. Perfect.
He's better off as either a tailor-made man or the computerized man of the 90s.
Okay, our main event Akeem, Big Boss Man, Ted DiBiase, King Haku, and the Red Rooster against Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Coco Beware, Hercules, and Hillbilly Jim. So here we go to Scott for the big review. DiBiase starts with Savage and slugs away in the corner, but Savage gets the clothesline. It's over to Hercules, which sends DiBiase running. Rooster comes in with a jawbreaker on her, but Coco comes in for the long-awaited Evian Showdown. Oh, yes! It's the Rooster against the Birdman. But it only lasts a moment as Rooster lets Akeem come in and beat on his black brother.
Jeez. I think somewhere Jesse mentions that Coco Beware now has like a James Brown fade.
Yeah, he did mention that, yes. Haku misses a leg drop, and Herc comes back in and slugs Haku down. Hulk comes in and drops elbows, and a double boot Jim gets too. Gorilla reminds us that Hulk gave Jim his wrestling boots in 1985, but this raises some disturbing...
Wait a minute. Hulk's just... So, not only does he give away... He just gives away boots to all his friends and fans. He gave boots to Hillbilly Jim, but mind you, he gave him the WrestleMania 3 boots to Dave Sullivan in our Masked Man arc. He gives his Hall of Fame ring to Abyss and TNA.
Well, Scott has some questions. He says, why has he been wearing the same wrestling boots for 3 years? Nasty. Coco comes in and continues with the bird battle with the Rooster, and he goes up with a missile dropkick for 2. Hulk hits Rooster with a big boot and graciously allows Savage to drop a big elbow at 607, and Terry is cockle-doodle done. Ha 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 ha.
He's now flown to Coop.
Haku goes next and gets double teamed by the Mega Powers, but fights back with a drop kick on Hogan. Hulk, of course, no-sells it and gets the quarter clothesline, and Hercules drops elbows for 2. Haku cuts him off with a side suplex, and Akeem comes in and misses an elbow, allowing Hillbilly to get his shit in on the African Dream. Big boot and bear hug, but Akeem squashes him in the corner and flattens him with a big fat splash at 954. Coco attacks Akeem from behind to continue the pattern of black-on-black violence in America, allowing Team Hulk to work Akeem over in their corner like a bunch of cowardly, backbiting cheaters. Herc with a back elbow, and Coco slugs away and drop kicks him into the corner, but he misses a charge and the Twin Powers beat on him before Boss Man gets the slam to finish at 11:54. Back to Hogan as he slugs away on Boss Man and adds an atomic drop to allow the babyface side to triple team Boss Man. Quarter clothesline and Boss Man won't go down, so Hulk hits a big boot and slams him only to walk into a spine buster. Serves him right, the cocky bastard. Over to Akeem and double team, and Haku gets a headbutt for 2 before Boss Man chokes him down. DiBiase with a clothesline and fist drops for 2, but Hulk pops up and no-sells it before tagging Hercules back in. Herc with the backdrop, and he slugs away on DiBiase before hitting some clotheslines. But Virgil trips him up on the floor, and DiBiase gets a cheap roll for a pin at 16:35. So the Mega Powers are left 4-on-2, although Hogan's ego counts for 3, so it's really even. And then Savage runs in and rolls up DiBiase for a pin at 17 minutes while he's yelling at Hercules. Oh, yeah, I don't think we mentioned this. Okay, during this time, DiBiase had bought Hercules from Bobby Heenan. And why did he buy Hercules from Bobby Heenan, Dave?
He wanted a slave.
Now, hold on a second, Dave. Doesn't Ted DiBiase know about the 14th Amendment?
Well, I guess Virgil's the bodyguard, so...
Oh, yeah, that's true. He's not technically a slave. He's a bodyguard.
Yeah, so...
But then it leads to, like, one of my favorite things from WWF Magazine, an editorial from Ted DiBiase about why he should have a slave. Yes, I'm not even kidding. This actually was published.
Basically retitling it why the 14th Amendment should be abolished.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, God.
Oh. I'd say something here, but it's not that kind of podcast, so
yeah.
I won't. Let's get back to Scott. Haku chops Savage and misses the headbutt, so Savage brings Hulk back in, and Haku quickly cuts him off with the thrust kick, and the heels get the heat on Hogan. Akeem comes in and pounds away, and that's probably why Hogan had such a problem with his people dating his daughter. Oh my God!
Oh, no, Scott. Why?
Why'd you have to bring that up, Scott?
Especially in the year that he passes away, and people are all confused about how to feel about Hogan as a troubled man.
Look, Scott doesn't give a shit, Dane. We all know this. Haku with a suplex for 2, and he goes to the old mirror hole on Hulk. Boss Man comes in with a Boss Man slam, but chooses to celebrate instead of pinning, and then goes up to the top and misses a flying splash. Hot tag to Savage, and Slick nails him to the floor, and Savage goes flying to put the heels back on offense. Slick goes after Elizabeth, trying to turn her out in the middle of the match, but Hogan makes a save because pimping ain't easy. So the heels cut off Hogan to the bottom rope. That results in Boss Man getting counted out at 23-38. Lame. But then he beats on Hogan with the nightstick on the way out and redeems himself. Give him. Oh my God. Let me just. Oh, I don't know what I should. Okay. I'm going to say what Scott says. Give him one right in the bed basket, Boss Man. Do it for Akeem.
Get him right into Kisser. I think that was always another Gorilla Monsoonism. Kisser and bread baskets.
Okay, so Scott says that with Haku and Akeem left out, he's going to double team Akeem. They double team Macho until Akeem gets DQ'd at 25 minutes, and he says the racial profiling of this match continues to disgust me.
Well, I mean, at least we still got Haku in there now. I mean, he's Tongan. That's some kind of person of color.
Meanwhile, Slick is still outside the ring, teasing Hogan with the key to the handcuffs. He's just being a fucking dick. Oh my God. You know what? Let's play this right now and see what's going to happen here. Because it's Haku just all alone with Savage.
Get himself loose. Look at Hogan's out of it.
He's taunting him. Heated in the meantime. Oh, give me a break. Savage in for the ride. Had enough left to hold on.
He's going over to tag Hogan, but there's no Hogan.
Nobody left to tag. The Hulkster tied up to the bottom rope, handcuffed. Slickster with the keys.
Oh, Elizabeth's going to tend to Hulk here.
The referees are giving her shit.
Why are they giving her shit? I mean, fucking Slick is giving Hogan all this shit on the outside, and they're not doing fucking anything.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Slick's holding down Savage for Haku to
do something
here, and dress kick from Haku, and he knocks out Slick off the apron and onto the floor. Okay, so yeah, we got Slick knocked down, and then out of the ring after Haku's dress kick, Heenan comes over to try to look over, and Hogan gets enough strength to go run along the bottom rope and knocks out Heenan. So now we got both the heel managers down and out. Meanwhile, Tim White is still kind of giving Elizabeth shit for getting involved. But now she's running over to where Hulk is, where Heenan, and looks like a very displeased Pat Patterson watches on.
Oh, he's probably giving Tim White a big performance review after this match is over. He's probably going to be like, Tim White did not do a good job refereeing this match, friends.
Yes, now Liz is going over onto Hogan's side to aid him maybe somehow. Let's find out.
Yeah, let's go back to the video.
I'm sure the Slickster still got him. Look at Elizabeth going in his pocket.
She's going after his wallet.
She is not.
So Liz is rummaging through Slick's jacket pocket for, I'm guessing, the keys, even though Jesse says she's going for his wallet.
And then, look what she's going to find, Dane.
She found the keys for the handcuffs.
That's right.
She's trying to pickpocket Slick.
She's got the keys. Look at the Hulk. Turn me loose. Elizabeth got it off.
Oh, thank fuck. She got him freed from the keys.
She got the keys, and now Hogan's over into the tag corner. But Haku looks like he's going to finish off this match with a diving headbutt.
Oh, splash.
Splash. Okay, splash.
1, 2. Oh, kick out.
Kick out. And Hogan's hot dogging and grandstanding, looking for the hot tag, pointing to the crowd.
Oh, Haku kicks Savage.
Kicks
him right
in the corner.
Yeah,
Enough for him to get the tag for Hogan. And now Hogan punch, Hogan boot, Hogan scoop slam, Hogan leg drop, and Hogan win. 1, 2, 3.
Some of the Mega Powers have done it. They have survived.
They've survived, yes. And we get we get Hogan getting a little congratulatory hug from Elizabeth, much to Macho ain't looking too happy about that.
Well, let's be honest, Dane. Macho's probably a bit confused here. He's been beating up most of the match.
Yeah. And Hogan comes in for the grand save.
Yeah, so I'm sure once Macho Man watches the videotape of this match, he's going to be like, oh, okay.
It's all good in the hood.
Okay, so Scott gave this match 3.25 stars.
It was definitely a good main event. Kind of gutted that the Twin Towers got totally screwed out of it, but I'm guessing they're still building up for the bigger match later on between the Twin Towers and the Mega Powers that would lead to the big explosion of said Mega Powers.
Well, better they explode than the Twin Towers, but that's another story.
Oh, yeah.
So we have one final Coliseum video exclusive, and it's Jesse backstage with Macho Man. So let's go backstage. And I'm sure I'm sure he saw the tape and everything's going to be clear.
I'm sure he saw the tape, and I'm sure Jesse ain't going to stir the pot.
No, it's not like Jesse to stir the pot, of course.
No.
Mean Gene, I'm here in the dressing room with undisputed World Wrestling Federation champion Randy Macho Man Savage. Macho Man, I got a question for you. When you won the Survivor Series and you were standing in the middle of the ring with Elizabeth between you and Hulk Hogan, raising both your hands in victory, I saw Hogan peering out to the crowds like he always does. I saw Elizabeth enjoying the adulation. But Macho Man, I saw something a little different in your eyes. What was going on, Macho?
All you saw, Jesse Ventura, was the eyes of determination, yeah. And possibly the eyes of victory, yeah. The eyes of victory and the eyes of determination is what was happening at that particular moment, yeah. You got nothing on me, man, no. Won the match, yeah.
I understand victory. I understand determination, Macho, but I saw something else. When that match was over and the lovely Elizabeth was up in that ring with Hulk Hogan, and Hogan had the 24-inch pythons wrapped around her, Macho Man. I don't want to know what was in your eyes. I want to know what was going through your mind at that moment.
What was going through my mind at that moment was to be the sole survivor, which I was. One man was a sole survivor, and that was the Macho Man Randy Savage, yeah. World Wrestling Federation champion, yeah. That's what I am now, and that's what I am now. Yeah, now I am.
Macho.
That's okay, man. Not right now. I'm going to attend to some new business right now. You understand that? I'm done here, man. I'm done here, yeah. I'm the sole survivor, yeah.
New business? I think there's a little bit more to all of this. Back to you, Mean Gene.
New business. And
so I'm guessing Macho Man's setting up a new business venture.
yes. Something to do with Slim Jims, mayhaps.
Maybe. But I don't know why Jesse was like, new business.
And what's he trying to get here? Is he trying to drive? And again, someone doesn't quite understand how Soul Survivor works. You and Hogan both were survivors.
Yeah, I know. But he was a Soul Survivor.
Yeah, he was a survivor.
All right, so that does it for Survivor Series 88. So what do we think of this show, Dave?
Thought about maybe 10, 15 minutes off that cluster of a 10-team match and maybe split it amongst the opening match and the main event, and we could have had a pretty awesome show. But other than, because yeah, like I said, that tag match just the 10 team just dragged it down really. But the opening match was at least fast paced, and the main event was great. And Roberts and Andre's team there, that was kind of in the middle, but served its purpose for continuing the Jake Andre feud and helping establish Hennig as Mr. Perfect.
Yep. And I do like the fact that out of the whole Demolition Powers of Pain feud, that fucking promo between the Powers of Pain and Mr. Future beat Gene. That was so awesome.
Yep.
No way, Gene!
No way, Gene! And sadly, that would probably be the highlight of the Powers of Pain Demolition feud.
Oh, yeah, in more ways than one.
Yep.
Okay, so that was Survivor Series 1988. So, Dane, in our next episode, we're going to go post-Thanksgiving. We're going to go 2 years earlier. But we're going to have a fun show, Dane, this next show. Because it's going to be a 1 hour show. It's going to be a TV show. But how about we go into not just 80s wrestling, but how about we go to a show that covered all of 80s wrestling from everywhere?
Okay, this sounds interesting.
So, we are going to cover on our next episode the November 29th, 1986 episode of Pro Wrestling This Week with Gordon Sully and Joe Pedicino.
Gordon Sully, the granddaddy of commentary.
That's right. And they're going to be giving a rundown of what's going on in all the territories in 1986.
Oh, that should be a treat.
That's right. So it's going to be a 1 hour rundown of everything that's going down in wrestling in 1986. So that's to come in our next episode of the Squared Circle Time Machine. So that's going to be really fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
So we hope you have a good rest of your Thanksgiving and Black Friday and Cyber Monday or whatever. We'll be back here next time with Pro Wrestling This Week from November 29th, 1986, right here on the Squared Circle Time Machine. That was Dean. I'm Greg. Have a good Thanksgiving. We'll see you next time.
Let me give you spineless cockroaches and you beer-belly sharecroppers a little lesson in history. After the WrestleMania 4, it's the first time you people ever saw me, and they saw what I can do. They saw the devastation that I brought to those spineless cockroaches there. The gate went down. That's right, the gate went down. That pompous windbag, the president of the WWF, Jack Tunney, has done everything in his power to keep me from getting a championship match. That's right. First it was on that Randy Macho Man Savage. He did everything to protect him. He put Elizabeth in front of him. And now he's got this Hollywood Hogan who thinks he's a big-time Hollywood movie star. He's got the belt, and he don't want to get into the ring with Bad News Brown because he knows I show no mercy and I take no prisoners.